Hello and welcome back. This is the 10K Science World. So, last time we were having trouble with getting this to run stably at 10K. I made a couple of changes in the gap. The first was I added in a second train to take away the science potions, and I made that train 4 carriages in length. The second change I made was I rounded up from 75 to 76 machines. It's kind of inconsequential, modern machine extra, blah, blah, blah. But this network is segregated into 2 parts. And we had one fewer assembler in one part versus the other. So that was leading to some slight problems with things not being balanced quite right, left to right. And then finally, there was a consistent thing where the number of gears being produced was mismatching on the number of gears consumed, and I couldn't work out why. I then had a look at the red potion makers and found that the output wasn't capped. I thought it was. I thought I had capped it, but I hadn't, or I'd uncapped it at some point. When I then recapped all the chests, everything ran stably at 10K. So we don't quite have it running for 1 hour yet, but we have it running for 20-30 minutes at 10K. So this is running absolutely dead rock solid at 10K. So I am calling this a success. So let's save this game. Okay. So what we're going to do now is have a go at green science, because that is kind of the next one to do. And for that, I would like to start with a clean slate. So we will start deleting things. Okay, this could get a bit messy. Right, I need to auto trash this. There we go. What else? Okay. Take all that away. Okay, copper needs to be auto-trashed. Great. Let's take all this away. And all of this. Great, then let's do some chicanery here. So I want to get rid of all of those bots. Okay, so the first thing is I need somewhere for them to dump their stuff. There we go. And then I wonder if I can reuse the same box, actually. And then anything that roosts, I want to get trashed. Cool. So that will sort itself out. Right, next. What I want to do is look at green science. So this is going to be more painful. Okay, so I think I can add in green science as a new... Can I add a new block for this? We will try. Right. Cool. Okay, so we want to make this. And we want to make it at 10,000 and 10,000 per minute. Awesome. We want to put in prob mods and speed, and it's going to be 12 beaconed again. Okay, so that requires 90 machines. We had 75 in the previous build, 90 in this one. Okay, so green potions is 90. Okay, so that's 15 per row, 4 rows. That's sounding fine, isn't it? Okay. So 4 rows of 15 would give us our greens. Let's just build that, because we can. Okay, so what do I have? Okay, I don't think I need quite all of this. I think 6 is the most I ever need. Okay, so get this with speed beacons everywhere. Get an assembly machine in. This is going to be fed and emptied. Try again. Green. Okay, so this is going to be providing 1 stack of green, because not limiting the stack really mucked up the last build. We are going to put the power poles here and here, here and here. Take a blueprint, and we will power this up. Okay. Great, so it needs 40 belts and 40 arms to keep going. And we will just check that this is working. Yep, so this requires a fraction of a stack inserter for input and for output. And it's producing 112 per minute. That sounds fine, doesn't it? So let's put down a row of 15 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. $13, $14, $15. Put power back. Okay, let's take the whole of this. Okay. So 15, 30, 45. Okay, then we'll need some Roboports. Okay, now can we may need to segment this or again, I don't know. I'll try not to, but we may need to. Then we need rail. And there's going to have to be room to unload. That's it. There we go. And then let's take this. Great. We're going to need some sort of emptying of or filling of boxes. Requester. And then we're going to need to power all this up. There we go. And of course that doesn't quite reach. There we are. So let's check that this should be running at just over 10K. Yeah, just over 10K. Awesome. So if all these machines are kept going full tilt, this build will do 10K. Brilliant. Okay. So that is going to be the central build. We now need to supply it with belts and arms. And we need an equal number of each. So the obvious thing would be to do belts above and arms below. However, both the belts and the arms are going to need... well, what are they going to need? Let's do the belts first. Okay, so belts need plates and gears. And that looks like it's going to be about the same smelter sized smelter build as for the copper last time. For the iron last time. For the arms. Okay, we need a lot more iron for the arms. That's okay, that's a substantially larger build. And it needs circuits. And the circuits also need a lot of plate. And we need copper. So that's a 10K copper build, which looks very similar in size to what we had before. So I basically have options here. I could have a single iron smelter setup, a single copper smelter setup, which then feeds into green circuits, gears. Then I could take plates, gears, and green circuits into the various builds. Or I could have a belts build, which has its own iron smelting, an arm build, which has its own iron and copper smelting, and makes the green circuits on site. I think I'm going to start off by looking purely at the requirement for the belts. Okay, so let's look at this. What's needed here? So we can't prop mod that because it's an end item. We can, however, put beacons around it. Okay, so we need 4 belt machines. And for the 4 belt machines, we need gears. Right, we have an issue here that it is trying to be too clever. Let's take all this away. I don't know how to set up separate production areas for different items. Right. So this is going to need 7K. Right. So apparently if we have 7K, right, but we haven't yet set this up. So this machine, prop mods. Okay, so we only need 3 gears machines. And the smelters, let's set these up, 12. Right. 79. So 66 would be an 11 smelter build. All right, 79 add 3 is 82. Add 4 is 86. Let's double check. Yeah, 86. Okay, so 14.3 in each row of 6 would be the right size to make our plates all in one build. That sounds achievable to me. The issue with that is we have to get the plates out of here and into the green build. So we either have to train them, or we have to do the bridging trick, which we did earlier. Now, the bridging is going to be tricky because the green circuits are going all the way to the back of the 3 rows. All right, so let's start off trying to build this. Okay, so 13 smelters in a row is the right number of smelters. If we had iron smelters 20 long, well, 19 long, sorry, then that would fit on 2 rows. Then we could if we had 2 rows of 19, then we have a don't know, this still isn't quite working for me. Then we still have our gears and belts machines to worry about. All right, let's hide this, because one option would be to put the so let's say we had this as our belt machine. Raleigh, here. Okay. So then we could put something back to there, for instance. Right, then purely to get a ladder, let's grab a slice. Okay, so that could potentially be done. So then we would put the belts out there. The belts would be consuming materials from this network and pushing them into this network, which is a quite beautiful amount of sneaky. Okay, let's have a go at building the whole of this except for belts and see how far we get. Okay, so let's go back to here. All right, so we need 79 smelters and we need 3 gear machines. So let's set up a smelter. Now, I really should by now have blueprints for all this stuff, but I don't because I'm not that well organized. So let's... Okay, so this is going to be a smelter. With productivity modules. It's going to take in iron ore. And produce plates. Right. Okay, so 13 and 1 extra. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 6 rows of that gives us the amount of smelting we need. Nearly. Okay, so let's do that. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I'm going to turn this around because reasons. There we are. Great. So that's 38 smelters. So we are 1 smelter shy. Yeah, one smelter short of what we need, and we are 3 gear making machines short of what we need. So that is 4 extra machines. Plus we need 4 belts. Right, so we could do gears, 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 gears. And then 2 lots of plates here. How big is this relative to here? Okay, so a bit smaller. Okay, I'm liking this. We will move everything in a moment. Okay, so then I want a gears machine, which again, annoyingly, right, so 1, 2, and let's do it with 4. We will take away some of the beacons. There. Right, limit that. So this is now gears. There we are. Okay, and we can take out some of those beacons later, because that's going to be too much, probably. Okay. Great. Then let's have a look at this. Take pretty much everything away except for the arms. Awesome. So that's the gears. And then the next thing is 4 belt makers. Maybe... I'm trying to think of the right way to bridge this over. Okay. There's quite a massive compression down to the belts. So if we go back and look at the planner, it's not massive. It's actually not such a massive compression. Okay, so we get just over 7k out for just over 7k in, because there's no productivity bonuses. Okay. So it's actually more in that case, about charging, which means keeping this all towards the middle. Okay, so let's take this and put it there. And this should be gears. Let's try that again. Right, so if the fourth gear machine went here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, then we can put the belt makers at the bottom. These are really weird builds. I am very aware that these are odd. Okay, and we are nearly out of time, so these are going to go. This is where our belts are going to be made, I think. But I'm going to leave that till next time. So next time we will have a go at working out how the belts are going to be made and how the belts are going to be fed into the green build. Till then, thanks very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this completely crazy building challenge. If you are, like, subscribe, tell your friends, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.